She walked through the gates of TV3 15 years ago as a passionate young individual ready to take on the world. Like many great stories told of great men and women, Portia's began after she saw a television advert announcing employment opportunities at TV3.
It is the most trusted source of fuel for many rural dwellers. That's firewood. While the sector is beginning to feel the burn.
She knew that could be her chance to begin what she says is a calling, a journalism career of impact.
I remember when my mom was posted to Buntrase in the central region, there was no electricity over there, and so she's a nurse, okay, and holidays I would go to visit her, and then the radio became my best friend, and I was listening to BBC Focus on Africa and saw how eloquent Kweku Sechi-Addo was and how he was able to tell moving stories to bring about development, and I was like, this is what I think I want to become in future. It was a long process, but I'll cut it short. I was a student also in Alliance Française, and I saw Kweku Sechi-Addo in class, and I quickly ran to him and I told him that it's been my dream to meet you, and he gave me words of wisdom, and that is what I've carried throughout my journey as a journalist. It's about blood, sweat and tears. It is not easy, and consistency is hard when no one is clapping for you, and sometimes you have to be your own cheerleader and push through. You need to break to get a breakthrough.
And once she got in, it was always going to be an illustrious career, changing lives and impacting communities.
Hello, I'm Portia. Welcome to my home.
Hello, Ayayi. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Throughout her 15-year career, families have been touched, people have had a second chance at life, and marginalized groups have been given a voice.
The one about Ayayi Adomboache, who had a condition known as osteogenesis imperfecta, I was shocked at the way the story blew the world over. Ayayi is now a superstar. Everyone wanted to do a story on osteogenesis imperfecta, and then the Rebecca Ekufuado Foundation also comes in to raise awareness on her condition. One of my memorable stories are those about people who cannot afford medical bills through the 3 Foundation. So every day at TV3, sometimes people walk in over here because their medical bills are so huge when they are even struggling to make 10 Ghana cedis a day. 190,000 Ghana cedis. Where are you going to get that amount of money from? 20,000 cedis. And when you do a story for a child who was supposed to have died because they did not have money to pay their medical bills, and you see that that child is cancer-free, that's a whole mood of excitement for me, and I think that's the essence of journalism. To me, journalism is not a profession, it is a call which I'll do over and over and over again.
Year after year, she has kept true to the practice, whether it is her services on the screens anchoring the news or boots on the ground in some of the most difficult terrains. Portia has served with consistency and purpose.
It is not your usual estate or apartment, but I'm here at Kiosk Estate at Boteman.
There are very few daring journalists who would give up everything, including family, to get the stories done. Her trophy cabinet does not even tell the story well enough. I call her a serial award winner because in the last decade she has won it all. Multiple Ghana Journalists Association GJA Award winner since 2010 for health reporting, environment, disability, road safety, many more.
Fortunately, the TV3 newsroom raised the money needed for the scan.
Hello. That's a say. Okay, Nyamia, the patcha yoko clinic number test. It's almost 800 Ghana test.
Between 2017 and 2019, she won the Most Promising Journalist and Female Journalist of the Year, and it was only fitting she was crowned overall Journalist of the Year.
To my family, especially my mother, my husband, thank you for sharing me with the rest of the world, and thank you for taking care of the kids when I am most of the time not at home, and thank you so much, especially to my husband, Gabor.
Her story, Beggar's Paradise, which highlighted the big problem of migrant children on the streets, won her the award for news reporting.
While we continued to film, a toddler vomiting caught our attention. No one was present to help him. We searched for his guardian.
And then her documentary Wealth for Health, which told the survival stories of 4 patients in need of urgent medical attention but could not afford, won her the Gong for Health reporting.
So, Vincent, how are you doing?
I'm fine, by the grace. First of all, I would like to say I thank everybody and God should bless everybody for the help and the support and the prayers too as well.
What are you looking forward to?
To become the great artist and also help people to know their aims and their aspirations and more.
For all her years of hard work, the GJA Journalist of the Year award crowned it all. And what a time in the life of TV3 and Media General to win the highest honor during the station's 25th anniversary. Portia relishes the honor done here.
I'm indeed humbled and honored to be given the utmost award in journalism in Ghana, and it's for every young person who has a dream. I just want them to know that it is easy for your dreams to become a reality. It takes a village to raise a journalist. So in my stories, my cameraman Philip Katriku, Prince Efum, Mr. Sowa, the list goes on and on and on. If it hadn't been for them, there'll be no story to get me the Journalist of the Year. And to our editors, everyone at TV3, it is an honor to be Journalist of the Year, and I represent all of you.
Portia looks back on her 15-year career with TV3 and is fulfilled about the sheer number of people and communities that have been impacted through her work.
I love the saying that little girls with dreams become women of vision, and when you have a dream, you have to work towards it. And I remember having a book where one of my goals was to become Journalist of the Year when I stepped in to TV3. It's been 15 years for this dream actually to become a reality. So it didn't happen year 1, it didn't happen year 2, but you have to keep climbing even as you are journeying towards the mountaintop. It's the climb that matters after all.
But for the multiple award-winning journalist and now GJA Journalist of the Year, there is more work to be done from this point.
Anytime I get an award, I celebrate for like 2 days or maximum a week, and then after I put it behind me and focus on the next thing that I can do to bring about an improvement in the lives of people. And going forward, my next target is to train the next generation of journalists. So you don't not only break the glass ceiling, but you put a rope down and let the younger generation of journalists climb up and aim for the stars.
Hers is a story of inspiration, testament to all things good journalism can produce, and for the next years in practice, she looks to keep inspiring generations after her. Cheers to the GJA 2021 Journalist of the Year, Portia Gabor. Congratulations.